So I decided to do this section on spirituality because I don't think many people understand spirituality, and neither are they gifted in some way to talk about spirituality. But then there are a lot of people talking about religion, and it has started to affect me very deeply. So I'm going to do this video in sections. You can look at the description and see which timestamp or section interests you, and you can then directly jump over to that section should you not want to wish to watch the whole video. So first I'm going to tell is what is divine and spirituality. Anybody who wants to begin a journey in spirituality should win over themselves or their mind. If you are not happy in your heart and mind, the divine is not going to come and give you a visit. But divine does give a visit when you are in distress or you're searching for something very deeply. Divine has no boundaries, and you can't contain divine by saying this is divine, this is not divine. Divine doesn't work with any rule. It will reach to a heart it feels and deems the most worthy of its love and enlightenment. So I'm going to talk about is the very first experience where divine gives a visit through the dream. This is a rarest of a rare event that happens. It does not happen to too many people. Not everybody or a lot of people are not getting a visit from divine through dreams. But then there is a population which gets a visit from the divine or a answer from the divine through the dream. I got a visit from divine in the from the Sikh religion where Guru Nanak gave me a visit, and he put a saropa on me. I did not completely understand the meaning until I spoke to someone who also had this dream, which is again absolutely a rare dream to get. And much later, I again happened to meet someone who repeated the exact same dream to me about how her uncle got the exact same dream, and Guru Nanak visited and put a saropa on her uncle. If you would like to know more about this dream, you can read my article which I have mentioned in the description box. It says Enlightenment. The second spiritual experience. So I've had way too many spiritual experiences, but I'm talking about having spiritual experiences across religions. There's not much I know of Islam, nor do I know much about the Muslim world, and I have never been to a mosque. So it is very strange and surprising and very uh, humbling for me when I get a visit from Prophet Muhammad. I don't tell that dream It's a divine dream, which again, rarest of few have got it and can talk about it. So, if you were to listen to this video and ask as many people, they wouldn't even know about it. They don't have anybody. They don't know anybody who's had a divine dream where Prophet Muhammad gave them a visit. It is absolutely rarest of rare event to happen. So I don't tell you what is the message he gives in the dream, but I did happen to meet one other person who is not a Muslim but told me he also got a visit from Prophet Muhammad. But he told this experience to me without ever knowing about the experience I have had. So I never told him his my spiritual experience. He just happened to tell his spiritual experience, and he told me almost about the same experience I have had. It was slightly different. So religion does not have boundaries. We cannot keep the religion or tell people to follow a religion in a certain way to find or meet divine. Divine will on its own reach the people it feels it should reward spiritually. Then I talk about in the Hindu religion. Largely it is believed, including me, I believed that Hinduism is a mythology, which means it never really happened or never really existed. Their gods were never really there. It's just a imagination or it's a fiction. It's a work of fiction. And idol worship is, I had no idea why were they doing idol worship, or why would they keep praying to certain gods if it is mythology. So the shocker came to me when I was visiting one of these very revered temples, and very truly, Lord Vishnu descended from the clouds. You know, I don't tell you how he descended and what exactly happened, but it is important for me to speak about this experience because I want people to know that Hinduism is not a mythology and Hindu gods are real. They do exist. And I have had way too many spiritual experiences with Hindu gods as well, and there are so many of them. And people have told me about their spiritual experiences with Hindu gods. But this was the absolutely most shocking and enlightening when Lord Vishnu descends from the clouds. I was visiting the temples in one of my travels, and one of the priests happens to tell me that some 2000 years back or 2500 years back, one person prayed to Lord Vishnu very deeply, and Lord Vishnu descended from the clouds and gave him a visit, met him in person. So, when I heard this experience, all I said to that priest was, this is true because I have had this experience as well. And this is again absolutely next to rare spiritual experience to ever happen. This doesn't happen to everybody. Not many people have will get a visit from Lord Vishnu. I don't even pray to Lord Vishnu. I mean, I'm not even spiritual, but I keep a very kind and a loving heart, and you know, divine will find the most worthy of its love and come and give a visit. Then I talk about the Christian religion, where I've visited a lot of churches. I have been to a lot of church. I have if I were to visit some place and I see a church, I will always go in and just take a roundabout or just sit for some time before I leave. So I always wondered that why haven't I had a spiritual experience of any kind while I've had it from so many other religions. And one day I get a visit from Jesus in my dream, in a vision actually, not a dream, in a vision. I see Lord Jesus. He was smiling, he was on the cross, and it just melted my heart to see Lord Jesus. I don't tell you everything surrounding that experience. I will do so as I gradually do more videos. Then I talk about Buddhism, Buddhist religion. I've been to a lot of monasteries. You know, it was not the Lord Buddha who gave me the visit, but it was the lotus bloom that made me realize a certain awakening as along the lines in Buddhist religion. And when I searched more about this lotus bloom, which was a bluish purplish lotus bloom, and it was very, very slow, it was as if it wanted me to grasp even the most slowest of movement of that lotus bloom. I achieved the status of Buddhahood or a certain position in Buddhist religion when I had the pink lotus bloom. Pink lotus is very big. I never even thought that what could possibly be a pink lotus bloom mean until it happened. I didn't know it. I did not know what what is the essence of pink lotus bloom, but then it took me again by a very big surprise and shocker that why would I be so heavily be gifted. So you can read about my one of my articles where I talk about gifts from across religion, spiritual experiences, and with this I will start a section on spirituality where I will start to talk about how to capture spirituality in our everyday life.